Welcome to 15K plus random movie reviews, where we take random movies from Metacritic's 15K plus movies to randomly watch whether we like it or not. Hello and welcome to episode 28 of 15K plus random movie reviews. This is Colin.
And this is Niall.
And this is random movie number 6572. It's called Wild Canaries from 2014. Runs for an hour and 36 minutes. Got a Metascore of 67. User score of to be determined. Had a budget of 300,000 and a box office of 19,777 US dollars. So,
ouch!
Ow!
Hurts the pockets, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess it was a failure. So, directed by Lawrence Michael Levine, hasn't really done much. This movie is indie movie written all over it.
Yeah, he's probably living on the street after this movie after that much loss.
He looks like it if you look at his IMDb profile picture.
True.
Sorry, Michael. Sorry, Lawrence. Sorry. You want to nutshell the plot?
Yeah. So this couple going through some strife in their relationship. They're big into cinema. Apparently, there's a mention of Hitchcock movie festivals or some such shenanigans, and that's kind of important because this is a bit of a nod to, I think, Hitchcock's Rear Window.
Rear Window.
Oh, Rear Window. Sorry, I'm mixing up
Pearl Jam.
and Hitchcock. The same thing. Anyway, basically, there's an old lady. The girl in the relationship is friends with Sylvia. She croaks it really early on in the movie, and Sylvia's like, "Doesn't sound right. I think she was murdered," with very little evidence to say that, but she insists. Anyway, through the jigs and the reel of it, it turns out she was kind of murdered, maybe, probably. And there's suspects afoot. There's the son of the old lady, then there's the guy downstairs, then there's people getting casts of their face made for no real reason, but they use it later because of story. and then there's a lot of suspense, and well, there's no suspense. Anyway, turns out it was the guy downstairs who killed everybody. Yay! The end.
It's like a DIY spy caper that set in an indie movie universe where everybody has meaningless conversations and nothing really matters.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. I've wrote down here about 50 times about how much I hate everybody on screen.
Well, that's what I thought as well when there was lots of conversations going on. They're talking over each other, and it's just like, this is just indie movie 101. Just make lots of dialogue and hope some critic somewhere goes, this is amazing.
Yeah, but the dialogue is inane, and the Barry, the girlfriend in this, her reasons for thinking that the old lady was murdered were weak, super weak. But she carries out a bunch of crimes in furtherance of that belief.
Yeah, I don't know. It started out pretty okay. I thought the crime spy music was sort of interesting. It starts out with
really.
Well, at the start, not during the movie. At the start.
Oh, with the guy coming up to the door, and it's very Hitchcock.
The gloved man.
The gloved man opening the door, and I was like, okay, I can get with this, but that's it. That's one scene is kind of interesting, and then it just falls off a cliff of boredom.
Yeah, well, then it cuts to the intro music, and I thought the intro music was quite like No One Lives Forever. That old PC game is quite. I thought, okay, this is a good vibe.
No, see, that's where me and you diverge on this one. I thought, why is this elevator version of ska in this movie? I thought it was like a poor version of, was it Monkey Island's theme tune? But Monkey Island's theme tune was good. This was not. It was.
Yeah, no. It grated on me. During.
And they only had the one tune. The whole way
kept on riffing on it.
And the very loose connection to the name of the movie is at the start and at the very end. I think somewhere in the middle. With the Canaries. Very weak.
Yeah. I didn't get it. I don't know if I'm not smart enough to understand why it's called Wild Canaries,
Because there's the canaries at the start and end in a shop.
and I hate seeing birds in cages in movies. It's just one of my annoying things, along with fake footsteps. It's just I don't like it. Like it, that's you know what I think
What
they're
if it's
going
birds in cages making fake footsteps? Your head will explode.
little hobnail boots on them. I think they were going for, back in the mid to 2010s and maybe in the mid 2000s as well. A lot of these indie movies had these type of titles like Wild Canaries, Broken Flowers, some other
yeah. Very
like
loose connection to the actual content of the movie, but a striking title nonetheless.
yeah, they wanted
Steel Magnolias. What?
Yeah.
What's that got to do with crap?
Yeah. So it's the bird intro. I hated it. I said like, no, I don't want to see birds in cages.
Yeah, same as.
So I turned it off.
That's the end of the review. See you next week.
Yeah. So like, no, you know what? And then I hated the next scene too, because it was this trope thing of Noah, the witless, stupid husband or fiance, going around the house going, Barry.
Oh, Christ.
And then she jumps out at him
Dan!
and scared.
Dan! That would have been funny. This was not a funny scene at all.
I got you.
Fuck off.
And then they're talking about Monday money marriage shit when they're in bed or something. I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be an indie movie where there's just meaningless, mundane conversations that just go nowhere.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Somebody gets murdered in it, but everything else is mundane. Like her constant nagging in this movie grated on me substantially.
Yeah.
Now he's not much better. He's
an idiot. Yeah, he's an absolute twat.
Yeah.
One scene that I found kind of amusing this was early on. Yeah, and this annoyed me too. Barry gets on your nerves quite quickly. She wakes him and goes, "Can you go downstairs and tell him to turn down the music?" So he has to go down, and the Damien, the guy played by Jason Ritter, he opens his door and he's like, "Phil, music down." He says that. He shouts that for like 5 times, which I thought was okay humor-wise, but anyway, Noah joins the
not
party.
be funny.
No, yeah, he
goes playing poker.
Yeah, he plays poker
with the buddy who just told him to. Well, told his mate to turn the damn music down. And I found this. I don't know about you, but as a parent, and there's the bad guy sitting there with a child in his lap while everybody's sitting around smoking doobies and drinking beer.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's great. But nobody else passes remark on it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe it's just me. I found that weird.
Yeah, it was kind of off-putting, to be honest with you. Then I just found, then it was just mundane scene after another. The Barry and then the Jean, the roommate, she comes in home and there's a mousetrap in the floor, and there's maybe from Arrested Development. There's a mousetrap on the floor of the mouse, and that's a scene. They get the mousetrap in the bag, and that's a scene.
That is over. Mouse time is over. It's not funny. It's not dramatic, but it's made a big thing of on the next morning when Noah wakes up and she's given out to him for being a few minutes late for work and shouting at him.
Which she does 2 or 3 times in the movie.
Yeah.
So he's his boss that he works with is his ex, who turned lesbian after his relationship, and they drink alcohol a lot.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would also become an alcoholic and a lesbian.
Yeah. So that sort of sets the scene where he's like acting a bit weird with his ex-fiancée, and it's just they have a stupid conversation. Anyway, Sylvia it's dead. Sylvia dies, the old lady.
Yes. Maybe to get away from the boredom of their current situation.
The boredom of the fucking lives people live in this apartment block.
Barry keeps calling around. She's like, right, that's it. Give me my
Time
heart
to
medication. Take it all
time
in
to
one go.
yeah, time to play chess. That's what she was doing. She
Oh,
didn't know how
God.
to play chess. Anyway, the son is like she dies, and the son is getting all this stuff removed, and he just says, "Oh, they're just taking the valuable stuff," and that's the beginning of Barry's suspicions. Oh, they're taking valuable stuff. He must have killed his mother.
Yeah, like him selling furniture of his mother is any of her goddamn business.
Yeah, exactly.
So straight away, I'm annoyed. Like her instant reaction is, "Ah, well, you obviously killed her."
Yeah, no.
Where do you get that from? Other than he's a strange bloke and he sold the furniture.
And then there's just thread like that's like probably the least interesting thread through a movie ever, where she has this idea that she wants to buy a abandoned resort.
Oh God, yeah.
It's just so inane and stupid. They have dinner with the son, and she finds a 300,000 life assurance in the kitchen, and he's acting. He's a weird son anyway. He's a weird person, and he's like, "Oh, my mother was just like you, nosy." And then that really just sets her off. Oh, yeah, he definitely killed her. That's it.
In fairness, she was poking about in his affairs after
Yeah.
the dinner was over, so she'd let herself into the dang house. So no, get out. He's right to call her nosy because she was.
Yeah. But she goes back up then, and the roommate Jean, she's annoying too because she's like encouraging her about the whole murder situation. I actually thought Jean was going to be the murderer at the start, like going, "Yeah, that would be cool if she's the one encouraging her that
Especially
the son
if she started strangling Barry. That would have been great.
20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, kill them all. Kill them.
Fame. Anyway, Noah gets his first of several physical injuries when Damien's soon to be ex-wife hits him with a nunchuck because she's attacking Damien downstairs for being an asshole.
What? Nunchucks? Does that make sense?
And that's just the beginning.
And then when you hear the end of what the wife had been planning, the nunchucks make no bloody sense.
I don't even want to talk about the ending of this movie, but let's get there quick. Let's get there quick enough.
Sorry.
Yeah. After the nunchuck attack, then they make out, and she spits directly into his face, and it's ridiculous. Then Noah goes to have a booze party with his ex, and she's got a little black eye. Oh. So Barry goes and breaks into the son's apartment and gets caught up on the roof, and has to call Noah. I should call Jean's first, but Jean got cut off. So Noah takes offense. Oh, you called Jean first? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, at this point, both people in that relationship are thinking, well, he's trying to get off with his ex. You're trying to get off with Jean. And this is supposed to be something we care about.
Yeah.
Frankly, I would be happy if they broke up. That was what I was thinking at this point. Please break up. You're not good together. You're better off with the ex, and you're better off with the roommate. Just make it happen.
You just wanted the movie to be over. Then the rest of the movie just be a blank screen.
Just sit back in oblivion and go, that's much better.
Just like the cold release of death. So then this sort of section of the movie then is the biggest sort of crime caper type Scooby-Doo bullshit.
Sunglasses and hat combo wrecked my head. Oh, I'm doing spies type crap. So Barry sticks on a hat and sticks on these ridiculous pair of sunglasses, and now she's inconspicuous.
Yeah, so her and Jean follow what's his name? Anthony, the son of the dead woman, and he's got a camera and he's running after Damien and his wife, and he's photographing them, and Barry and Jean are looking at them going, what the hell is going on? And I'm not going, what the hell's going on? I don't care about what's going on. Yeah. And blah, blah, blah.
But at this point, it's kind of clear that maybe Anto isn't the man. Maybe Damien's something to do with it. But they don't know.
Something's going on. I just thought I thought it would. I thought nobody would be a murderer. I thought when they started. Or let's get to that in a second. Fuck this. Let's just get through this.
Yeah, rock on.
Yeah. What else is there happening here? All right. So that's a big. That's a big sky part and blah blah blah. They have another bed conversation, which sucks. She goes on a lesbian lunch with her roommate and seals a deal with a Saudi kid for buying a resort, which never gets mentioned again.
Yeah, and apparently maybe or whatever Jean, she managed to get the money by giving him a blowy. Was how she said she got it when she was a kid, which that's great. Why are you including that line in the movie? I don't need to know that. Thanks.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Actually, the whole dialogue up until now was quite PG or whatever, and then this was like jarring.
Yeah, and not in a good way.
No,
nothing in this movie is in a good way though.
No,
but this was just really out of place.
Yeah,
it was very awkward. I didn't like it.
No, stupid. All right, so Damien gets divorced and he's selling his house. So then she sees him coming from the roof, and that's obviously a massive suspicion as well.
Up to no good. He was on the roof.
Yeah. So then Barry and Noah have a massive fight. The ex moves in because why not?
Yep.
And then the ex's ex thumps Noah outside. So that's his black eye. Actually, before that it was a creaked neck or something.
Yeah, and he got a black eye for what his ex gave him a massage, and things got a bit steamy, and they kissed once, and they went, "Oh, better stop this." Then,
well, they didn't really kiss though. She was kind of on his neck or whatever. They didn't really.
Yeah. There was nothing. There was nothing there. They stopped. But he got belted again for it, which happens a lot. And I understand that. On seeing him, I would strike
before asking anything.
Yeah. He just needs it.
Yeah, he sort of reminds me of what do you call that MTV comedian back in the day? He looks a bit like him.
Max Headroom.
No, from the 90s, not the 70s. He's like a weird comedian that takes things too far. Whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that guy.
Not worth thinking about. Anyway, he's like going, I should actually spy with her so we can be friendly again. So they break in again and to Damien's place because Damien's the prime suspect now because, the son has disappeared and we're not even thinking about him anymore for some reason. Anyway, they find his head in the sink.
Which makes sense. What I find weird about that is it's pretty clean, the entire house. Yeah. But there's a severed head and a severed hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a clean laundry room in the house where there's no blood, no nothing.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, there's a scene in the thing that's really not even worth mentioning. Damien puts on him.
He comes in while they're in there searching.
Yeah. I don't
suspense.
Really give a crap. It's crap. I'm not even going to mention the amount of crap that happens in that scene. Throwing the phone in the washing machine, which doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Then they notice there's a couple of masks. A mask of Noah and there's a mask of Damo. No, not Damo. He's Damien.
Anthony. Yeah. So Damien puts Anthony's mask on and leaves, and they trail him. And he dumps the head of Anthony. Then he goes to a train station. The train comes along, and he walks out from behind the train with a mask of Noah on then. And then it becomes this
super obviously fake masks as well.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just a stupid turn of event now. It's like this entire last third of the movie is just confusing, complicated, and stupid.
And when you think about it, it doesn't flow. The logic doesn't flow. The masks were created before any of the plans came together. So what?
Yeah, so the first of two Scooby-Doo scenarios happen where they sit around a bar table and discuss everything, and they just come up with these wild theories.
Oh, Noah's going to jail.
Yeah, meandering, no clue. And so they're like going, okay, let's call Damien and
let's
blackmail him.
That'll be a good idea. He's a murderer. This will work.
Stupid. And then they go to this building and he runs off, knocks the gun out of or takes the gun, and then the kid is up on the fucking roof for some reason as well. Damien's kid.
Yeah.
He
for effect's sake, like
Yeah. Oh, in the meantime, Barry got kidnapped by Damien. I forgot about that.
Oh yes, but
Yeah.
that I was hoping he'd just
Kill her.
garrote her, like
Yeah.
somebody from the previous movie,
Yeah, from
Lady Killers.
Lady Killers. Um, yeah, the general. Yeah.
Yes.
So they, I don't know. He's there, and they're all making up. They're kissing and making up as he is releasing her from the ropes, and he's taking forever to do it. It's so annoying. So Damon comes, chases him, shoots, then he shoots again, but it's not him shooting. It's his
Who
ex-wife
is it? Yeah.
that's coming up and shooting him, and then they just run out. They walk away, and now the two lesbians, Jean and Eleanor, it fades to them walking out of a police station. We don't know what's going on there. Were they questioned, or are they just
Yeah, but it's
coming out
just
after
it's like
renewing
a
their driving
minute
license?
long exposition of how
It's
they've
stupid.
put things together.
It's Scooby Doo, and it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make any sense. And I was like, going, why am I so confused of an indie movie that's an hour and a half?
Because
I
it doesn't
couldn't.
make sense.
No, I couldn't have cared less either, because
Yeah.
there wasn't enough character reveal of Damien to really give a shit. Anyway, I don't really care who he. There'd be you should have focused on the son, brought
Yeah.
him out, and made him this sort of
And I actually,
character.
I kind of liked how he was played.
Yeah, he was interesting.
He was interesting. He was
Damien
weird.
was just Damien
Ugh,
was just a
caricature.
stereotypical
Yeah,
caricature of a druggy
that was it.
artist.
Like Noah, dear God, no. Barry needed to be garroted, and Jean and Eleanor, I don't care.
Then after the two lesbians wrap up, it does a Looney Tunes outro, and the circle goes into their faces. But hang on, wait a second. No, let's make a new scene where the birds are put back in the cage, and it does another Looney Tunes outro of the circle zooming into them, and everything's black around the circle apart from the two birds, and then it fades to black. Why?
Because they hate me and they want to make me feel pain.
Yeah, well,
It worked.
I've had several root canals. This was
Much less painful.
worse. Well, actually, I'm going to give it credit. It sucked, but we've had worse,
Yeah, with movie 43.
Well, even that's that comedy thing as well. That sucked. What's his name? Can't even remember the actor's name.
He was that good.
Yeah, My Baby's Daddy as well.
Oh,
sucked bad.
yeah.
Me Time with
Me
what's
Time
his
was
name?
pretty bad.
Yeah, it was
Mark
terrible.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's terrible. All right, that was the end. What did you give the plot? I gave it 0.25 out of 5.
Ooh, right in the nose. Nice.
Yeah.
It didn't deserve. I give it that because you can't give it 0.
No.
But it was rubbish.
Yeah.
And what I found, what annoyed the living crap out of me, several times it mentioned Hitchcock and wasn't shy of saying or implying that this movie was kind of based on Hitchcock. But this craps all over his memory. It's just disgustingly not a good representation.
He's rolling in his Hollywood grave.
He is. Yeah, not good.
No. So acting, yeah. So obviously, none of them have done anything since then. Alia Shawkat was maybe in Arrested Development. Nobody else has done anything worth noting. Kevin Corrigan was in True Romance and a couple of other Pineapple Express, but I don't know if there are any major roles. Probably just a extra or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know his face. That's about the best I can say about his career. He's been in stuff I've seen, but not big. He's never been a big part. I am assuming.
Yeah, well, the budget for this was $300K. I don't know where the money went. Obviously, it takes a bit of money to hire cameras and stuff. Maybe they had to rent those canaries just to tie in with the bloody name of the movie.
Yeah. I think it was what, $100,000 each canary.
Yeah, they did well.
Yeah.
Acting, I gave 1 out of 5 because I think they just annoyed me. I think they're all okay actors, but I just.
No, I give 0.5, and I only give that because I kind of like Kevin Corrigan a little bit. Barry wrecked my head to the extreme. Every time she come on screen, I got annoyed. And then Noah, dear God, just ah. I found the two main characters unbearable. Maybe, or whatever her real name is, and what was her name? The other gay lady. She was kind of okay, but the two main actors really drag it down. And Damien's no good either, so I found the acting shocking.
Yeah, as you've said in multiple movies, though, the script doesn't help.
True. It can drag down.
Yeah,
what you can do with it.
I think he tried to be a Zach Braff here and have an indie movie that. Why does a Zach Braff movie work and a Lawrence Michael Levine movie doesn't work?
Does a Zach Braff movie work?
Well, it's more popular and more commercially successful.
The difference is he's got some sort of like nerdy charisma. This chap, not so much.
True, yeah. Garden State, that one from Zach Braff, that's pretty decent, but again, it's the same sort of indie movie where conversations happen and somehow it's a little bit more engaging for the viewer.
Well, if you've got a talkie like that, what they're saying has to be slightly interesting at least.
Talkie, eh?
Yeah.
What are you, in 1920s
yeah.
prospector?
If it's got words and stuff, the words and stuff have to be interesting. It's not an action thing with things exploding and listen, if it's a relationship movie, the people in the relationships have to be not obnoxious.
Yeah. Sound brackets track, I gave 0.5. I gave 0.5 because at the start I was like, I remember No One Lives Forever. And then it just grated on me.
0.25. It annoyed me from the get-go and continued to do so consistently.
Yeah, it just didn't. It was horrible when they were actually doing the spy things. That this little sting of music would just keep on coming back.
Yeah.
Not good.
The music didn't fit the theme of what they were shooting at that time. So no.
So obviously production, fair play.
Stellar production.
Yeah, 5s. No, fair play for indie movie director. Well done for getting it done, and it
that budget as well. It's not a massive amount of money.
No. I still gave it 0.5 because I think all in all it just didn't work.
I gave it 1. I thought there was a couple of scenes where what they chose to shoot was kind of interesting, but still garbage.
We don't want to shit on indie directors, but
But I would gladly do exactly that.
Not to, deter Mr. Levine from making more movies.
No, I wish to deter him from making more movies. I'm sorry. Please don't, dude.
And we have on the line Mr. Levine. How are you doing?
Big fan of your work.
5s all around. John DeFore in the Hollywood Reporter gave it 50 out of 100. He says, despite an appealing cast, though neither comedy nor suspense really takes flight until very near the end, largely due to a script that isn't equal to the filmmaker's enthusiasm.
I get what he's saying, but I think he's too generous.
Yeah. A.A. Dowd in the AV Club gave it 83 out of 100. He says, they say, at its core, Wild Canaries is a reminder that relationships require a sense of adventure and maybe a little mystery to keep the magic alive. Indie comedies, as the film proves, benefit from the same.
My arse. So if you're the lesson being that if your relationship is failing, go out and kill your neighbor and then have a mystery about it. Ooh.
Or just go to an escape room, you twats.
Yeah. Oh, dear God. Yeah.
You can't tell they were angry, can you?
We enjoyed this one. It was good.
Well, then let's see what the next movie brings. Then we're done with Wild Canaries, are we?
Oh, we're done.
All right, let's randomize for the next movie then. 4,339.
Ooh.
And looking that up on our list, movie 4339 is The Dig from 2021. Summary is, as World War II looms, a wealthy widow, played by Carey Mulligan, hires an amateur archaeologist, Ralph Fiennes, to excavate the burial mounds on her estate. When they make a historic discovery, the echoes of Britain's past resonate in the face of its uncertain future. So, yeah, Carey Mulligan, Ralph Fiennes, Lily James, Johnny Flynn, and other actors. It's got a Metascore of 73 and a user score of 6.8, and it runs for 1 hour and 52 minutes. PG-13.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it shouldn't be bad. I like it when we get actors that we know.
Yeah, every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then.
Mr. Fiennes is somebody I respect, so this is good.
Good. You love Shakespeare in Love, don't you?
No.
All right. That's the end of episode 28 of 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that sort of stuff on whatever platform you listen to us on, and we'll see you in episode 29. Bye-bye.
Little bips.